Welcome to Tuesday Tips. This is Jill again, and today we're going to be talking about weaving with paper. I'm sure most of you remember art projects back in grade school where you would weave things and make, little hearts or some sort of gift for mom or dad. But weaving has become kind of popular recently in paper crafting, cards, and scrapbooking. So I thought I'd just give you a couple little tips that I have found. This, I'm going to be using the new paper pack from Close to My Heart called Stars and Sparklers, and I will show that to you. But what I did is I cut 1-inch strips. They're 1 inches wide. I decided I was going to use 6 of them, and I was going to just cover part of the paper as a background. I'm putting them about 1/4 of an inch apart, so I cut them to an 8-inch length. What I did though is I started out with 12-inch strips and wove them a little bit to see what I liked. I have also seen it where people have left the remaining part on so that you literally had pieces sticking out that weren't woven in the other sections. But this is the way I chose to do it. And the tip I want to tell you is, first of all, using your Versamat helps immensely. It's got all the markings, and anybody that knows me knows I have to have things straight or I will go out of my mind. So what I did is I took just little glue dots, just like that. I grabbed them with my little poker tool, and I put one on the very end and put the lengthwise strips down 1/4 of an inch a piece. Just had those down, and then I started weaving. You don't need to see me do all of this, so that's why I am already have it started. But I just put the little glue dot on, and then this one goes under here, so I'm going to put it 1/4 of an inch away from that one. Put it down, and you can, because these have not been glued down except on the tips, you can lift them up, slide your paper under like that. And also, because they are not glued down, you are good to go in that you can still move and straighten them around, because when you lift them up, they do move a little bit. And those of us with this tendency to have things straight will be fitzing and fuddling forever. But that's why I use my Versamat, and I live with my ruler at hand. So I have now got these here. That last one in. I'm going to straighten them out, and I'm not going to make you watch me glue dot everything, because you obviously don't need to see that. But once I have got them all straight, I will go back and I will put glue dots underneath here, 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 underneath all the ends. And once all the ends are glue dotted down, you're done. Then I will pull out, and I pre-made some mats just because I had an idea of what I wanted. But I've got some mats here, and then because I really need to be journaling, and I do thank Close to My Heart because they're trying to encourage this. This is one of the PML cards that goes to this paper suite. I'm going to put a journaling space down there. Just to show you the paper, this, like I said, it's called Stars and Sparklers. And you might find there are times on Facebook that it is removed because the word sparkler apparently is a bad word. So a lot of times people aren't putting stars and sparklers. They might say stars and sparkles. This is the sticker sheet, and it's just really cute. I love the colors. It's got stars. It's got a cute little truck. It's got sorts of words. And again, some journaling things. The paper, you get 2 sheets of each. They're all 2-sided. They all have zip strips. This has got a really cute striped zip strip, and it's got fireworks. The opposite side of this is the red and white stripe that I used going lengthwise on the weaving I was doing. This one has got some really pretty flowers. It's got the bluebell and the scarlet, and then the sapphire, the dark blue. It's got a craft polka dot zip strip there, and the other side are the same colors, but it's pinwheels and starburst or fireworks and rockets and balloons and all sorts of celebration things. Here is the stars. It's got a cute scarlet and white plaid or gingham check there. And it's got the weathered look. And then the other side of this is the craft paper coloring, and it just says celebrate all over it. So you can use it for anything you want to celebrate. Those are those. You can also get, and I will be using some of these on this layout, red. I think those are really silver, not white, but red, white, blue, and gold stars sequins. They are adhesive. They are wonderful. They're just easy to do. And then the PML cards that I was talking about for the same paper suite, I pulled the one out here. But I think, now that I'm pulling them out again, there's 2 different sizes. There's 3x4 and 4x6. This is a 4x6. They're all sort of summer themed in the same colors, another journaling thing. And you've got different things you can use as paper mats, picture mats. You could use them as titles for your pages, place to showcase a picture with that there. They really are cute. I love these things. But I say this one, it says Home Sweet Home, so I might put something like that up there. Or let's see, what else is there? There's lots of neutrons, oohs and ahs. Time to Sparkle, Thank My Lucky Stars. Oh, I do like that. Oh, I think I kind of like this. Thank My Lucky Stars. I think that might win. That might go on there. So that is a really easy way to make a background, put things together, easy way to do your gluing and weaving. So that is an idea for that. I will show you a card that I did because the weaving can be done with cards. You can also do this with scraps of paper. You can use solid color. You can pull zip strips, whatever. As you guys know, I had been working with the Paper Suite, Sweet Safari, doing a book for my grandson. So I was using zip strips, and I had extra zip strips. So I decided to pull those out, and for the card, I decided I wanted to dovetail the ends. And just to give you an easy tip real quick on this, when you've got it, go to the end where you're going to dovetail and just clip up right in the middle. Then you can clip from either side, and you end up with, let me see, where did I go? There we go. A pretty good dovetail there. Let me get something white underneath it there so you can see you've got a pretty good dovetail. So I did that to the ends, and then I just put them down here on the card. I used one of the smaller tag die cuts to do that. Stamped Howdy Friend, threw on a few little black dot embellishments, and done. Easy peasy, really quick. You can do it with, I don't want to say these aren't pretty colors, but these are, more bright kid colors. You can do beautiful cards and beautiful layouts using this weaving technique with some of the softer floral patterns. Those are really pretty too. So there you go. That's an idea. I will post pictures below in the comments of things that are done. The other thing is, because I did not get last week's Tuesday tips done, I have one extra quick little tip. I'm going to pull out my all-purpose mat here because I'm going to use glue. And this is an old border die cut, and it cuts hearts, like outline hearts, and it cuts like the body part of the hearts. I'm using black and white, not that those are the colors I would use for Valentine's Day necessarily, but I thought it might be easier for you to see. A lot of people have questions how you're going to glue something like this down, and my thought was that if you want to glue it down on top of this, it looks pretty cool, but it's a royal pain. If you try to use your, tape runner, you get tape all over the place. So what I'm going to do is, if you remember the days of Elmer glue back during those same weaving art workshops, you would get Elmer's glue on your hand and then you'd end up having to peel it off. Well, I was given this tip, and you can take a little bit of glue and sort of smear it out on your hand. You might want to make sure you have a washcloth nearby. And then just very lightly tap this thin thing where the glue is. And then when you go and lay it down, it has got enough that it will stick. But you don't have glue squirting out and running all over the place. So that's one way. Like I said, you might want to have a washcloth handy, which I do. And with your all-purpose mats, if you get glue or glitter or anything on it, it just wipes right off. It is a miracle. The other way, and I thought this was kind of neat, I'm going to sit down so hopefully you can see this. I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on here, and again, because it's the all-purpose mat, it will just stay there. And I am taking a little dauber. You can use a little sponge, you can use whatever you want. Just literally tap a little bit there, and then tap here on the back of this. So again, you're just getting little bits on there. And again, I hope my head isn't getting in there. You don't need to see all my gray hairs, but you can put it down. It is now very nicely stuck, and there's no glue running out all over the place. So it works for this, but it also will work very nicely for a lot of real thin die cuts that you might have, where there's just, even letters, just where you got little curly cues here and there that are just a pain to glue, but you really want to make sure they stick down. That's a great way to do it. It's easy, fast cleanup, and it doesn't give you all that glue spooge all over the place. I hope you like the tips. Any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions for further tips, videos about anything in particular, please don't hesitate to ask. And I will see you next week. Bye.